Well, here in the Sunshine State, we are kind of on the southern edge of this very cold air mass that has been bringing feet of snow up to the Great Lakes region, parts of the Northeast as well, and some much colder temperatures. We're talking single digits and teens up for the northern tier of the country, but we're kind of just on the southern cusp of that. And so for us, well below average temperatures, and in fact, some frost conditions will be possible again tonight and into our Wednesday morning. That's going to be the coldest morning before we start to kind of see this air mass pull back on out of here, and that's going to moderate our temperatures just a bit. But you can see how much of the country waking up to single digits, teens, even the 20s and 30s as we look even into parts of Atlanta this morning. 34 for you. We're at 46 right now in Tampa, and so a couple of other spots are warmer than us, and that is kind of rare. Sometimes we are the warmest spot on the board, but a couple of other southern spots seeing some 40s and some 50s as well. And so we mix in the 30s up around Tallahassee. Gainesville's at 37 this morning. And so for that reason, parts of the Panhandle and parts of our area are included in this frost advisory. We have Citrus County included in the advisory, and then we have those frost warnings that extend further as we travel north along 75 through Ocala, Gainesville. These are set to expire at 9 o'clock this morning. And so some of these areas may be waking up to some frost on the plants and some of the vegetation outside. It's really the first frost advisory we've had so far this season. Maybe we see more of that tonight and tomorrow as temperatures going to be really quite similar and even colder Wednesday morning. So as for winds, we got this steady flow coming in out of the north. You could see these winds right now about 6 to up to 12 miles per hour. And really this is kind of with the range of where our winds are going to be today. So not incredibly calm, not too breezy out there, but you get these winds up to 10 miles per hour and factor that in with the 50s and 60s today, and that is going to certainly make it feel just a bit cooler compared to if we had those calm winds. But at least a lot of sunshine is going to come with this. And so we're in the low 50s by the 9 o'clock hour. And then by around 11 o'clock or noon, we start to warm through the 60s, but we're going to shut off our warming trend right around the mid and upper 60s all across the state. So clear conditions here on satellite and radar. That is good news. And we also have much drier air as we look up into the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. That's where we have this brown color here. So not only is it chilly out there, but very dry winter-like air is in place. And we can see that reflected with these dew points in the 20s and 30s. We even look down to the Keys and parts of South Florida, even seeing dew points in the 40s. So all across the Sunshine State, very dry air stays with us through the middle of this week. We're talking bone dry conditions. Then Thursday, we start to moderate things back and a little bit more humidity. Things start to gradually warm up come Friday and into this upcoming weekend. But as far as any rain, we're really talking rain-free conditions all day today, and in the week ahead, no rain to talk about. So that is some good news. We're going to be talking about beautiful blue sky and sunshine to go along with this chill that we're going to have the next few days. So right around 67 for our high today in Tampa, as well as Brandon, Wesley Chapel, Brooksville, about 65 for you today. Most of our inland areas, Lakeland at 66 this afternoon, Wauchula 68, Northport maybe hit 70 degrees, but that's about as warm as will be all across the area. Lows tonight, another round of 30s for areas north of I-4. We're talking 40s for most of the Bay Area, and then we get a couple of low 50s closer to the Gulf with 30s and 40s as we slide inland. And so this chill stays with us. Then by Thursday, we start to kind of move away from these very cold mornings. We do have a small craft advisory on the water today with north winds, 15 to 20 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet, choppy on the bay. And look at that Gulf temperature. We are down to 66, expecting these cool waters to stick with us. Low tide hits 9:07 this morning, and then we're going to have our high tide followed up 1:15 as we look ahead into the overnight hours for our Tuesday. So heads up on Wednesday morning. I'm forecasting a low of 42. So as you're heading out the door, woo, it is certainly going to be feeling chilly out there.